Let's go. Let's make an audio and visual check. Make sure everything is going all right. As always, welcome to Slow Markets. To my left, your right, we have Coach Jay joining us Wednesday
What's
night.
going on, everybody? What is
How are
going
you,
on?
man?
Sounding pretty good over here, Dakota. Doing all right, man. How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, sounds good. Looks good on my end. Let's just jump into it. These markets are freaking moving. It's not slow markets. We're getting more volatility now than we do during fast markets, during the New York session open. So let's just get started. As always, in the YouTube chat, there's our Topstep risk disclosure. Everything we go over is for educational purposes only. It's not a signals class. It's not financial advice. We're here. It's education. We are trading when we play a trade on. We know what it is. It's education. Education. That's what we are. But let's take a look. I'm going to do a brief, really quick rundown here in the NASDAQ daily chart. We are seeing some volatility here. We had that big rally off of 24,700s, rallied all the way up towards these 25,000, 25,700s. So it's been a nice run. We're running into some resistance. Same thing, we ran into resistance back on November 5th. And we are seeing consolidation, kind of buyers stepping in at these 500s, sellers stepping in at almost 800s. And the tune marches on. Let's zoom into an hourly chart, and you guys can see that big, all the buyers just rallied up, and then it's been buy near these lows, buy the lows, sell these highs, kind of consolidation mode around this level. You can see where we're kind of consolidating a little bit earlier. So the question is, it looks like we are tonight, government reopening, and markets taking it very, very positive. You can see where we just bounced right off. It looked to be honest, Coach Jay, is when I opened up the charts to begin slow markets. Tonight, it looked like we might be breaking down, but then the next thing
What it
we
looked
know,
like.
here we are. Almost 200-point swing from low to high, and we are possibly making a run back up towards these highs? Question mark. Kind of a double bottom. I mean, it's pretty straightforward there. Zoom into a 5-minute chart on the NASDAQ, and sure enough, it's simple, straightforward. We made that low, made a higher low. We had that breakout. We got a little bit of moon juice, and it's just man, what a rally in 10 minutes. We measure that 10-minute rally, and it's almost 200 points, 175 points. So what a move. And the funny thing is, we rallied right to where we had a little bit of resistance overnight. What do you see in the NASDAQ, Coach Jay? We'll switch to your charts.
Yeah. So in the Nasdaq, we are still pretty range bound over the past couple of days. I think the market's kind of just anticipating what happens with this government shutdown and when it does end. Uh, what I'm seeing is this white line on my chart. We keep bouncing off of it. And that is the 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart. We talk about it often. It was the low of the session 3 days in a row now. Now today would be the fourth day where we checked it in the overnight session, that 25,500 level. This just looks like it's primed for a move to the upside. Looking at the daily, kind of just consolidating here. We already saw the Dow do it. The S&P looks strong as well. It looks like it's ready for a move to the upside. Of course, anything can and will happen. That government shutdown is pretty close to being final. I think the president said the president was going to sign it today. But on this 30-minute, on the daily, it doesn't look like there's any sellers below 25,500 in the NASDAQ. Buy the dip is the trade right now. What I'm looking at, though, is 50% of this high volume 30-minute candle. This was the sell-off this morning for the New York session. We just closed above 50%. Well, closed near 50% of it. Do we rotate all the way back up to these 800s is the question. But looks pretty bullish here.
It does. Now that could change in a heartbeat. Now, what is it now? The president just needs to sign, and the government can be very well reopened. And Cisco earnings came out pretty positive, which is a good sign. And next week we just get a big data dump, right? Are we just going to get a whole bunch of data next week? Inflation, this and that and this. It's going to be curious. And then NVIDIA earnings right in the middle of the week. So, oh, man. Next week is going to be definitely a big one.
Yes, it is.
Every single week is going to be big. But next week is just going to be full of data. Just a big data dump after the shutdown. on top of NVIDIA earnings, on top of a little bit of drama that's going on. I don't know. Do we call it drama? Do we call it Michael Burr? Do we call it a bubble, AI bubble, tech bubble? All the the trigger words. But it'd be interesting to see. Let's go over to gold. I'm going to do a rundown on gold, and then we'll get to trading. These markets are moving. These markets are definitely moving. I'm going to take a look at the hourly chart on gold. We had if you guys paying attention very close, tuning into slow markets. Understanding says, what's up, DBA Concepts? If you understand DBA Concepts, you know what I'm referring to. We had that, breakout trade. Look at that. Beautiful breakout. And we got to these highs. What happens? We consolidated. Happens after a breakout consolidation, and then we broke out again. So beautiful technical pattern here in gold. A breakout through those 4,000s, and then a consolidation, and then another breakout to 4,200, and they've been very, very clean. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing here in gold, watching the technicals play to such, from a chart technician, from a technical trader, I love it. I love when I see stuff like this. And then we zoom into a 5-minute chart, and the question I have now is, are we going to be in a consolidation period? So we had that breakout, that nice rally through that 4,000 level, and then we consolidated. So the question is, we had a nice breakout. It's not as big, right? We didn't have as much momentum behind it. And so do we start to enter some type of a consolidation period here in gold? Can we come back down and test the 4160s? Maybe. It's anyone's guess. Anyone's guess is as good as mine. We did get a little bit of a sell-off as tonight during slow markets. Looks like we got up to 42.12, sold all the way down to 41.83. So we are seeing some volatility tonight, finding some buyers stepping in, holding these 80s. And before I start trading, I'm going to pull up my screens. And Jay, what are you seeing on gold while I get mine set up?
Taking a look at gold here. Nice rejection up here at 4,200s. I would not be surprised, even though it is kind of hard to short gold, I would not be surprised at a little bit of a pullback here. Looking at this 20-day moving average, it's all the way down at 40.85. I don't know if we get all the way down there, but kind of looking for a potential short here in gold, maybe back down to 50% of today's range, 41.60s.
Okay, I see that.
I actually don't hate a short here in gold.
I had a short last night, and it printed.
Yeah, let's see where the stop would go on this.
I'm always nervous whenever I short gold or short the Nasdaq.
Yeah, no, I get you. It's like, you sure you want to do that? You sure you want to do that?
Yeah. While you get that set up, let's do a hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets. If you are new, you already see some traders who tune in very often, and they are already doing hashtag slow markets. What it is, go ahead and tag me. There's the Twitter. There's my Twitter. Tag me on Twitter, hashtag slow markets. Post maybe a trade, maybe a trader setup, something about the markets. If I like it, if it's good, I will go ahead and share it here live on air, live during slow markets. And of course, there's my Instagram. Whenever I'm not on air, I try and do some updates there. It's been some good stuff. Gold is just moving. All right, Dave, take it away.
So what I'm looking at, I'm not short yet. I'm looking at what the reaction to VWAP will be here. VWAP is, let's take a look at the 30-minute. Still in that 30-minute range, which is kind of telling me range-bound market. I would not be surprised to see this pop back up to 42.05. So I'm not short yet. If this VWAP starts to leave this range, then I may get short here, but want to see the reaction here. No trade yet.
Okay, I like it. No trade for me either. We're watching these markets go. Lots of volatility. I'm going to be keeping an eye on both gold and the Nasdaq. So I need to get both of them set up here on my end.
I'm looking at the S&P.
Pumping, dude.
Yeah, it is
pumping. It's.
I have it locked out. I can't trade it, but it is moving pretty nicely here. S&P is less than, what is it? Just about under 1% off the all-time high.
Hey, we could be hitting it. We could be hitting all-time high very very
We could be
soon.
we could be
Yeah,
talking about that for the opening call tomorrow.
I know. I posted this, Jay, right before slow markets. Ready for some slow markets? I mean, some nights I hesitate saying slow because we get more volatility during the New York session. Or I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to see this type of volatility sometimes, and it's not like it's a one-off thing. It used to be very abnormal to see volatility like this, but it's past year has been very, very common, I guess would be the appropriate way to say it.
Yeah. You think it's a slow market started it?
Maybe.
Right, we got
we got traders.
2,000 traders watching slow markets right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, there's some liquidity trading at that time.
Exactly. And interesting to see. I'm gonna get some music on. You shout out if there's any trades that you are seeing. I'm gonna see if I can set my charts up for gold and the Nasdaq. I'm gonna try something a little new. See if we can try something new on my end. I don't know. I'm gonna play around with my charts for a little bit.
Looking at two markets at the same time.
Well, I'm gonna try look at gold and Nasdaq at the same time. That's gonna be a challenge for me. That's my challenge. We'll see if I can do that.
Welcome to my world. I usually have at least 4 markets up at the same time, especially driving the segments on TopstepTV. Oh, we're seeing some size here in the Nasdaq. What is this?
Oh, switch it to your chart. See that size.
I don't have my DOM up, but 25,720 in the Nasdaq. There is 500 offered there.
All right, we'll switch it to mine while I'm playing around with my chart. Let's get through. You said the Nasdaq on the DOM.
Yeah, 25,720.
Oh, there's 500 at 720. There's 200 at 725. So we could see some volume coming in here. We can definitely see some volume. Okay, I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna screw with it now. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna go back to my. It's gonna screw with my brain.
You know what you got to do, Dakota? Take the chart link off.
I was going to, but then I'll have like 2 ones on the top and 2 on the, and then I'll have to have 2 different DOMs.
Yeah.
So it's just
maybe go 2 by 2 for now instead of a 4 by 4. It gets a little crazy.
4 by 4. I know it does. It gets a little crazy. So. That order's gone. They pulled it. It.
I still see it there.
Oh wait, I switched to micros. That's why.
720s there. They're still sitting there.
Yeah, 720s. Yeah, 500 sitting at 720s. 200 sitting at 725. Has there been any big orders filled tonight? Let's look.
Tonight, I haven't really seen much. Not in the Nasdaq. In the S&P, there have been.
Okay. I'm scrolling.
S&P.
Man, we've seen
68.72. There was 1,000 lot filled in it. There's 1,000 contracts filled in a second. 68.72 in the S&P, and we kind of just rocked it up from there.
Yeah, nothing too crazy in the Nasdaq. Nothing too crazy yet, but pretty bullish. What are we up for tonight here in the Nasdaq? We're up what a third. That's not as much as I mean. Feels like more. It feels like a lot more. As we do that, I'm gonna get some music going. Gotta get some music going.
And for the people, someone in the chat asking, is that a seller? Is that a buyer? That's a passive seller sitting on the order book. Of course, we don't know if it's a directional trade. It could be a hedge or whatever it is. But what's more important is the market's reaction to that order. We see it all the time. Earlier today in the S&P, what was the price in the S&P? I'll get you the exact price. Okay. 68.80. 68.80. There was an order that filled in the S&P, and we reacted to that level the rest of the day. So it's a passive seller up there because they're on the offer, but may not mean that they're looking to go short.
I am short gold.
Right.
89.
89. Nice. I like the trade. I may be joining you with this one. I may be joining you here.
I want to switch it to ticks. Let's make sure I'm looking at the right. Just double checking everything right now. I always got to just double check. Run through my list. Okay, boom. So these are micros, not minis. Got everything set up. Got my DOM. I'm ready to go. Short the gold. Looking for a retest of these lower 80s, and I like I'll be honest. I like to see gold come down here and test this consolidation around these 71. It's basically 68 to 75. It's kind of where I'd be looking for gold to retest if we get some selling momentum into it.
All right, I did join you on that trade. I'm short from 90.70.
Okay, I'm going to add to this.
Nice. Short just a one lot. Micro. I'll add if we push up to VWAP and reject. My stop's above VWAP right now.
You know what time it is.
Uh-oh.
All right, shorts.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Playing the song early.
Yep, we got to get it. Then we have something to blame if it doesn't work. It's freaking something.
I'm looking for 41.74s potentially.
I don't like
target
that
here.
Bounce off the 87. It looked like it was going to be good for a moment. It looked like it was going to be good for a second until it wasn't. I'm risking 80 ticks, which is quite big because we're seeing a lot of volatility tonight. So you need to understand with this high volatility, the candlesticks might look the same size, but the volatility is increased. So make sure we understand that idea and that concept. Let's see if we get through. You know, I'm just gonna bail on this one early. I'll take it. I'll take the loss early. Minus 174. I could always get back in, but I'll explain why. This was the breakdown I was looking for, and we broke through it. Immediately found buyers, and we started to just break through that pivot. So, looking at pure price action, looking at higher, like we made a lower low, and we also just made a higher low. If we find some market structure to allow me to get short again, I will. But I don't want to risk anything more. I'd rather cut it early and not risk my full stop all the way up there to those 90s. Stupid song.
I'm still in it here, short from 41.90.70. Watch the market's reaction at VWAP to see if I do want to add to this one at all. A little bit of a wider stop on it. Jay looks worried. Kato says, no, I'm not worried, man. I'm okay. I'm okay.
The next question.
Song, man. It was the song.
It was the song. You said song. Next time. That song has a 50-50 win percentage. So therefore, next time there's a 50-50 chance.
Do you have to pay extra to get the order data on the DOM? Yeah, you do. You got to pay for level 2 data. You can subscribe to it on the Topstep website. Forgot how much it costs. I think it's $39 a month.
I'm not sure either. Sean King, so does a coin flip. That's the joke, right? Is market's going to go up or down? And it's
Yep. It's for sure going to go down unless it goes up. I want to watch this market's reaction at this VWAP here, 41.98.
All right. You keep your eyes on gold. I'm going to switch over to the NASDAQ and see how we're doing here. Hanging around these 680s. I'm going to be honest. I kind of like it in NASDAQ longs.
I saw a little bit of a pullback there, right? Where are we trading at right now?
Yeah,
that
690.
order also down.
Yeah.
They were at 720s. They're at 700 now.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says that's a crazy wide stop. Is it?
Not with the micro. That's the beautiful thing about micros. You could have. It's still better than 1-to-1, right? Yeah. It's better than 1-to-1 risk reward. So
it's like a doom stop. Shout out Doom.
Shout out Doom.
And honestly, this stop is on a half an hour. It's 2 ATRs. So we'll see. Given a little bit of space. If I was over leveraged, if I was trading this with minis, probably wouldn't be as comfortable, but you're risking 20 points. How is that not? I also do not have to let the market get to this stop.
Well, 20 points, it's all relative though too, right? Is it 20 points on one micro? That's a whole lot different than 20 points on one mini versus 20 points on 5 minis. So it's all relative. And if you're trading a 30-minute time frame, I mean, that could be very small.
Yeah, and someone might say, "Oh, I trade the Nasdaq with an 8-point stop," and then they're trading it with 15 contracts, and it's just like, okay, well,
yeah, it's all relative. The most important thing is the risk management, and that's a 1-to-1 risk reward. That's better than the 1-to-1 risk reward, right? That's 1 1/3 to 1.
Yeah, it's about 1 1/3. And I may add to this if we break down, but we'll see.
Right, I
don't know that I'm in this trade by the time it gets to this stop here. You're long?
I tried to join bid, and it's going without me. Nasdaq is pumping, and it's already 10 points higher than where I tried to enter. Nasdaq going. We went from 88 to 700, 12 points right there. And you are even. Someone says CPI tomorrow, question mark. Is it on the calendar?
Is CPI on the calendar?
I didn't think it was.
We heard from the White House today, right? We might not be getting CPI.
Okay, yeah.
Or at least the old data. We might not be getting the old data.
Yeah, next week is going to be just a data dump, right? Like lots of data. What's new? What's relevant? What's going to be coming out? What's needs to be revised? What's this? There's going to be a lot to sort through on top of earnings, on top of the government reopening. It's going to be a very busy week next 7 days. It's a very busy next 7 days or so in the markets.
Yes, it will be. Is that on the
I don't...
CPI? They showed it. They did show it earlier, but it's not on there.
Okay. Yeah, I checked before slow markets and it wasn't there, so I didn't know. Who's on first? What's on second? That's what it feels like sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
With what's going on here, yeah. We just know these markets are moving and we're trading it up.
That's all it is.
That's what means the most, right? Our P&L. What's in our What's in our pocket? Who's long? Who's short? Ooh, I got a fun area of topic that we can talk about here tonight a little bit, and I want to bring it up with Jack. Jack's the guy I also want to have this conversation with.
Okay.
But I want to know your thoughts. I want to know chat, what is your thoughts? We're going to be watching these markets and trading it up, but we talk about this is kind of really affecting Nasdaq, I guess. But we're talking about earnings. We talk about this AI bubble. Now, I'm no economist. I don't pay attention to this stuff too much, but are we going to see a lot more pressure on the Nasdaq because we talk about Michael Burry being short Palantir and then Nvidia, and then we talk about there's a lot of talk today because I was trying to look why did the market sell off today, right? Sometimes we look why after the fact, and I was looking and I seen there's a lot of people talking about a lot of these stocks and companies like Nvidia and OpenAI and AMD and this. They have like a lot of debt, right, to grow this AI infrastructure.
Okay.
Do you pay attention to that, Coach Jay?
Somewhat, not too much, but I'm listening.
That's as deep as I got, man.
The AI companies just taking on a lot of debt.
It's these guys taking on all this debt.
The question is then how can you monetize the AI that you're using, right? A lot of it is, and there's paid subscriptions for ChatGPT and things like that from OpenAI, but are most people paying for it, right? How can you? It's a great tool. What are they bringing in from it is the question. And for me, I honestly think, I don't know, it feels like it has to be an enterprise solution, right? AI has to be an enterprise solution. I don't know that they can rely on like end user customers for revenue. It kind of feels like it has to be like an operating system, some type of enterprise solution, but that's just my opinion.
It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, to be honest. I don't dive too much in depth because I'm a pure technicals trader, but it's always fun to have conversations like that and see different points of views and opinions. And everyone, when we have that big sell-off like this morning, the first thing everyone's doing is like, what's happening? What's going on? You know, like this has to be market-driven. Is it fear-driven? Is it a tweet? Is it this? Is that? We know, and for me, I know at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. I'm a technical trader and I'm trading it. But it's always fun to know because this is what we do. We're all day traders. We're trading these markets, and sometimes it's nice to take a peek behind the curtain and say, okay, we're actually trading NVIDIA and Tesla and Google and Amazon. That's what this NASDAQ makes up. Gold, kind of straightforward, right? We're just trading gold.
It's gold.
But NASDAQ is a little bit more complex. So is the ES. And I know Jack and the team loves to get into it sometimes. What's going on, but gold's breaking. Gold broke through those 195s. I think we could see 200 again. I might put on a nice little trade to get to 200 here. Might just be a scalp. It's one of those where I don't know what you want to call this. It's like a 2-inch putt. It's like, all right, we're at 98. We had this breakout. The chances of us getting 200 are pretty dang high. So there's a quick, 20 ticks right there for me. I think I'm going to do it.
See a lot of traders in the short chat saying short NASDAQ. What price are we at right now? Keeps rejecting at these 700s up here. Someone's on the offer. I was muted a minute ago. You guys are very observant, chat. You guys catch everything. Can't get away with anything. I owe somebody $5.
Exactly. Gotta be. I'm long gold now from 98.1. I'm gonna see if this little scalp's gonna work out here for me. I gotta pay for dinner, chat. I'm down 180 bucks. I gotta eat tonight. No bread and water. I can't get bread and water. Too many times. Yeah, look at this failed. Yeah, look at this failed. It's failed. It's failed to break through. It's failed to break through.
For now, kind of sitting at VWAP. We've seen this so many times.
It's bread and water for me.
I did get short his second one. Moved my risk down just a little bit and probably risking another $40. But if we get above 42.04s, I don't want this trade. I did say I would add near VWAP. We're here now. Let's see if we get the VWAP rejection. If not, then I'll be wrong on this trade. Risking about 230.
What's wrong with the banana? It's expired. We didn't get enough likes. You guys let the banana expire. But I might try and build a NQ long. All right, I'm taking NQ long here for a breakout.
All right.
Well, it's the top of the hour, and sometimes we see a little spike in volatility here regardless. All right, I'm long NQ from 694. I'm going to add to this position. Let's make that money now.
That order that was up there at 700s is gone. Didn't trade out. It looks like they just pulled it.
All right, I'm going to trail this up. Oh, come on. Trail it up. Trail it up for me. There we go. Let's get a breakout through these 700s. We tapped it once. We're tapping it again. And then we just need to just break through that 700 level. Go retest these. Whoa, there, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. 701s. I'll start to peel off a couple. And let's get to our normal 800 like goal. Our normal 800 like goal. Let's get that. Normal 800 likes. Come on. If this one's gonna fail again too. This is gonna fail again. I'm gonna just take some profits. I don't want to. I'm gonna just take some profits here for a little bit of something. I love how Nightbot just randomly it's spelled Topstep.
It's spelled Topstep.
Remember, it's spelled Topstep. But just every time I look in the chat, it's just that Nightbot's in there.
Thanks, Nightbot. Keeping us honest.
This isn't full port. This is 10 micros, dude. I was looking for a break of 700, and we have not got it yet. And we're just seeing this volatility here. This volatility.
Nasdaq does look like a flagging pattern. I'm looking at a 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart.
Yeah, it looks like we were flagging.
Yep.
And it looks like we could break out to the long side. That's what this is so far, right? I'm playing it to the long side. Of course, it's not broken out yet. But I'm playing for the breakout to the long side. Someone says bad trade location. You know, I'm right in the middle, okay? I'm right in the middle of this trade location. We're diddling in the middle again. And I'm getting paid for it. Or I'm not getting paid for it. I'm getting punished for the diddling in the middle. Jay, you're still in your short gold?
I am still short gold. And I may cut this one early, but I am still short. I was taking a look at silver's been the metal leader, and it is pushing highs. Curious to see if it drags gold up with it. We did see some nice selling there at 4200s, but
Diddler in the middler. Hey, that's my comfort zone. Sometimes. I'm gonna go through and look through some of these hashtag slow markets to make me feel better.
Why did you do that?
For the chat gets too wild.
Why don't you do that? Long 7 gold minis for Ivan from 4194. Nice trade. 7 minis.
Someone's in there slinging size.
Let's see. All right.
Oh man. Oh. I'm down $400.
Okay.
I got my. All right, there you go. Yeah, we tapped.
I do like this flagging pattern in the equities.
So do I. That's why I was diddling in the middle. That's being preemptive, right? I'm to be honest, this thing might just reverse too. But that's a lot of momentum. Someone says was down 3,000 before. Now I'm up 165. Well, great recovery on that. I'm up 680 shorting Nasdaq here. Someone says, y'all think NQ gonna be red or green tomorrow? That's hey.
It's anybody's guess. I'm gonna say green if I had to guess, but come on, gold, sell off, go to zero.
Gold to zero. Gold to zero. Coach J. Man, Nasdaq just hanging out at these 690s.
Gold to zero is not possible. Said that about crude.
Crude and gold might be a little bit different. All right, if someone's gonna pay me to take delivery of like 1,000 ounces of gold, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I would rent a truck, get Doom. We'll go haul, pick up some loads of gold. Someone says full porting NQ shorts. And Nasdaq just going sideways off that one. Gold.
Tapped my entry. Right at my entry price. And bounced. 41.93.10. Looks like they watching the stream or something here.
They're watching, man. They're watching.
My 2 little sim micro contracts.
Oh, man, I still like that. I still like our original analysis here on gold for a short. So I'm going to get into it if I see a setup here. If we can consolidate a little bit more, I'm going to get into gold again. Because this 41.98 was acting as resistance throughout most of the New York session. Or support. It was acting as support throughout most of the New York session. So if we can hold this.
Show your charts, Dakota.
Oh, okay. There it is. Oh, can you see it? So this level, these 198s, acting as support throughout most of the New York session. If we could act as resistance, I'd like to see that, and then to push back down to these 186s. If we do break above it, then I like a retest of some of these highs, these 08s, 210s. Coach Hoop says gold making a new high. Well, it makes sense, right? If we could break through this, then yeah, definitely a test of those highs.
Yeah. Yep. Silver making new highs. Woomoo has all the right answers. They don't look at silver. I actually have a silver chart up right in front of me.
Do you?
Yeah. There's one screen over here with gold, and there's a silver chart right in front of me here. What?
You
trade what you see.
You place any silver trades?
I've traded it before. I've traded it before, but
I am long gold for that breakout to the long side of this. Show it, Jay. Show the silver. Well, for another 100 likes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, I could just see 178 contracts just traded in a second in silver right at those highs.
Oh, there's the breakthrough 200.
I'm gonna stop reading chat tonight.
There's the breakthrough 2. All right, gold, get going. If not, then it's going to be a choppy night. We got all the action a little early.
You got long?
Yeah, I'm long from 99.5. I'm going to add to that here. Let's see. Just a second. Just a second. This is a make or break it. Make it break it right here. 1 second. 1 second. I got my finger on the button right now. I'll switch charts in just a second. My finger's on the button. I'm not moving it. All right. Okay. I got a second. There we go. Yeah, we're struggling to hold above 200 again. All right, okay. Minus 750.
It is starting to hold VWAP a little bit as a support here. Seeing some selling coming into VWAP that's not really getting any momentum lower. But we'll see.
We're not seeing momentum in either direction, to be honest. We're just chopping around here.
No, we're not.
Yeah, it's nothing. I'm happy I'm cutting these short, though.
Yeah, good management.
Yeah, NASDAQ's selling off a little bit, and then gold's just not really going anywhere. Michael says, when do you guys start winning trades? Tune in. Just show up. Where were you last night?
Start winning trades as soon as gold gets below 41.93.20.
41.93.20. You're gonna go short?
No, that's where I am short. So I'll start winning when the market gets below that.
Bury in the house. Yeah, gold's just still being a little choppy. It's that zone, decision zone. NQ, are we selling off NQ?
A little bit. These 55s look interesting in the NASDAQ.
What would get you to either adjust this trade, move your stop, take profit, add to it? Anything on your end?
No. I already added to it. I pulled my stop down just a little bit, risking about the same, risking about $40 more. There's really nothing.
Nothing.
Nope.
Don't spam the chat. I don't understand why people spam chat. We answered that question.
Don't do that.
No CPI tomorrow? Question mark. As far as I see, I do not see CPI coming out tomorrow. But I'm not the source of truth.
Yeah, the only thing I might do with this trade is cut it early if we keep seeing selling fail under VWAP there. Which we keep saying.
Someone says, should have bought the dip. In what market?
The one going up, obviously.
There's a few of them going. Yeah, gold, NASDAQ, both.
Silver.
Silver, yeah, silver. Silver, gold, NASDAQ. Short of the lows. Man, it's been for a week straight. We were hanging around 4,000 on gold. Now we're $200 higher.
Yeah, we are.
Mike knows what it is. My long-term gold that I purchased is looking pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still swinging on my gold trade. That is. Went long silver, 896. I'm done. Great work.
Oh, is this real? Richard Harris wants to come on Slow Markets. Get him on here. Send a link right now. Richard Harris, come join us.
Where's that? What'd I miss?
MKRI just said that in the chat.
Does he? Hey, invite. The invite's there, Richard Harris. Wonder if he talks in caps.
Seeing anything else, Dakota?
Not really. I mean, this NASDAQ flagging pattern's still looking very tempting to buy. But we're not really seeing much anymore. You? Are you seeing it?
Yeah, that does look interesting. But no, just holding on to this gold trade, deciding if I'm going to cut it early or just leave it. Leaning towards leaving it, but yeah, not really doing too much right now.
What is silver trading at? What, $53 an ounce?
Is silver at an all-time high is the question.
53.42 and a half?
No, it did not hit an all-time high yet. 53,765 is the high. We're about 0.6% off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Platinum is up tonight. Bitcoin is up tonight. We could be seeing it tonight.
Gold might hang around 4,200 for a little bit, man. Is 4,200 the new 4,000 here in gold? It's starting to feel like it.
Starting to feel like it.
Yeah, last little bit.
Well, that's fine because my stop is at 42.05, so standard 4200s.
You're still short, right? Okay.
I'm still short.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna look for some new music. Yeah, we'll go through this some music. So bear with us. Bear with me. Change the DJ. This is uncopyrighted music, non-copyright music. And I am not seeing anything in these markets. Go through.
No.
You got
pretty slow here.
You got the trade going on.
We are not seeing buying above VWAP, which I'm happy with on this trade, right? It's VWAP and 4200, both major levels here. If we're not seeing the buying above it, I'm comfortable being short here. We tried to buy above already earlier today. Buying kind of failed, so I'm just looking for anyone still holding on to longs to kind of sell here, but we'll see. VWAP is kind of a flat line.
They say Trump is going to sign the bill tonight.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what it looked like on Financial Juice.
Yeah, I see where it's like the U.S. House passed the bill to reopen federal government, sends to President Trump for signature. So will it be tonight is the question. It's basically a done deal, right? He's the one that was pushing for it.
Pretty much, yeah. Senate pass, House pass, just needs the president's signature. That'd be crazy if he didn't sign it. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But
that'd be the reverse Uno card.
Right. Actually, you know what?
Just never mind.
My pen ran out of ink.
My pen.
No, I think we're gonna get it done, which is great for all of our government workers. You know, airline, travel, all that coming into the holiday season. That would have been a mess if we were still in the government shutdown throughout holiday travel season. Oh, Thanksgiving's coming up. You know, busiest travel day of the year. It's good that they got that figured out. Take a look at Bitcoin here.
Looking at Bitcoin, I'm going to continue to watch the NASDAQ, actually, seeing if we could have that bull flag breakout to the long side, or if we're going to sell off. Not seeing anything else yet. Just consolidating. NASDAQ not breaking out to the long side.
Is this why they call it slow markets?
Yeah, this is. It didn't look like it there for a little bit. Now that the bill is passed, things starting to settle down a little bit. Wonder if they're gonna. I don't. It's calm for the storm. We shall see. I still like the longs of the NASDAQ. If we could break through the 700s again. You're sitting in gold short still?
Still sitting short.
All right.
Not really doing much of anything.
Hanging out here. Buy the rumor. Do absolutely nothing on the news. Well, I mean, we pumped, right? We rallied.
Yeah, we did.
And now we're just sideways. So we technically got a rally.
And you're only looking to buy the NASDAQ on a breakout, right?
Yeah, above 700 again. I want to see the NASDAQ hold and get above 700 if we possibly can. Someone says too dangerous to trade right now.
That's why you have a stop.
That's why you have a stop.
It may not, though. I do agree that it may not fit your trading style. So, if you are a momentum breakout volume trader, this may not be the best time for you because there's less volume right now. And that's not all the time, right? Sometimes we see, like Dakota was saying earlier, crazy volatility during the Asia session and then nothing during the New York session. So, just make sure the market conditions that you're trading fit your trading style.
Correct. Someone says hide P&L. Why on stream? Well, I'm going to be honest. I am for not showing it if you're trading. You can talk about it after you're done trading, but a lot of people, they get so focused on the P&L. Even myself sometimes, right? I'm sure you as a trader, I'm sure most of the traders here in the YouTube chat is the same thing, where you're just so hyper fixated on the P&L. When you are in the middle of the trade, you start looking at it, you start thinking of it, and then you struggle, right? Because you start.
I'm green. I'm red. I'm green. I'm red.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I'm down 500. Oh, now I'm down 600. Now I'm down 1,000, and it distracts you, right? It distracts you from the process.
And P&L is on the screen for this trade. This is the only trade I've taken in this account tonight, but it is there, down $17 right now. Tested my average price there again. Let's see if we get some selling now. At this point, if we push 90s and don't get some selling here, I may just get out of this trade.
Okay.
Some decent selling coming in here. There's really nothing on the order book for to stop. So it's either there's just no volume trading right now, or we're not going to go.
What are you looking at? The 5,000 tick?
Me? Yeah. Oh, no, this is the daily chart.
Oh, okay. Okay. What's the 500T at the top left?
Oh, that is 5,000 tick, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, you just switched to it. So What exactly are you looking for right now that gold's starting to sell off back to your entry?
I am looking for someone else to agree that gold needs to sell. So I have a chart up in front of me right now that is showing the volume in this trade. I can pull up the volume indicator on here as well. I don't know why it's not here. It should be. But basically what I'm looking at is, there it is. Where were you? Basically what I'm looking at, you see this volume indicator down here?
Yes.
You see how it's like spotty?
Mm-hmm.
It's like very infrequent. I'm looking for consistent volume above that average in my direction, right? Everything so far has been below the average, which is why I felt comfortable holding it above VWAP, because price traded above there, but volume didn't go. We didn't have any volume trading, but now I want to see some type of follow through, and we're starting to get it, right? We can see these volume candles start to build a little bit here, but if they fail, then we're going right back up. So just looking for some follow through below 90s.
Okay. And what got you in this trade?
Let's take a look. 30-minute chart here on the open. 4,200 major level. Since we've traded 4,200, volume has gotten pretty flat. We haven't seen much of an extension above 4,200, and this is the first time we're trading it. And then if we have VWAP for the session so far, it's leaving this 30-minute range to the downside. Now, this is not leaving convincingly. We've seen sometimes where this angle of VWAP is a straight line down. So this trade is going to require a little bit of patience because, again, there's no volume saying, hey, we have to go now. And it's still not saying that. So kind of right now, losing a little bit of faith in the trade unless they get going right away, and maybe not faith in the direction, but faith in the timing, right? Where this might not happen in the time frame that I'm looking at. So I may be okay cutting the trade and then just putting it on when the market is saying, hey, now is the time to go short. Because right now it feels like a 50-50.
Yeah.
51-50, right? So my finger's on the trigger to kind of cut this, giving it an opportunity. But if we get back above my entry, I don't know that I really love being in this trade. I'm not going to go to break even right away, but My finger is on the flatten all button.
Where's your target at on this?
My target is much lower. My target is 74 to start and then 4160.
Say that again.
4174, 4160.
74. Okay, 4174. So you're looking way down there. You're breaking session lows.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that the government reopening has any effect on gold?
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does.
Negative effect?
I don't know. We kind of saw gold. I think with the news that was kind of out there today was, hey, the government is getting closer to resolving the shutdown, and we saw gold rally all day. So it's kind of hard to say.
Someone says you need the short song. Okay.
No,
we'll
don't play that damn song. Do not play that damn song.
Okay. No. Jay says don't play it. I'm not gonna play the short song. No short song.
All right. You know what? Play it. Let's see. Play it. See what happens. If it doesn't work, this is the last time we're playing.
See what happens. Okay.
64% short, and look at that 8.8 tick bounce as soon as the song comes on.
I just push play. Just give it time. Just give it time. All right, Jay.
Tick bounce as soon as it comes on.
Just give the song time. Louder. If it's not working, you just replay it and play it louder. Horrible timing. I mean, if we keep playing it, eventually it's gonna work, right?
Eventually, yeah.
Is that how it works?
I know the purpose of using the quotes tab on TopstepX. Part of that is I run at the buzzer every day with Coach Paul, market recap. So we go over the top percentage movers and just to get an idea of what's moving out there. Right. Sometimes I might be looking at a market and it's completely flat, and then I see something else that's up 5%. I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe there's a better opportunity over there. Come on, song, do your thing. Work your magic.
Went down like 5 ticks, so it's working.
Hey, there we go. Come on, sell it now.
It's technically working now.
Don't stop at 90. Any advice on avoiding tilt? Understand what your tilt triggers are, what they look like, right? What puts you on tilt to begin with? For me, I know what puts me on tilt, and it is missing trade setups that I call out. So what's the fix for that? Take the trades when they present themselves. But if a losing trade puts you on tilt, it's not, the tilt is just an outcome, right? Tilt is the outcome of something. Could be a losing trade, right? Now, what do you address? Do you address the tilt, or do you address your response to losing trades? Or, come on now.
I can turn the song off if you need me to.
No, it's kind of working now. It's kind of working. We're yeah, if over leverage costs you to tilt, then address the trigger. All right. Don't over leverage. Trade with a size that you're truly comfortable with losing.
Someone says it's the song. Well, we haven't really gone anywhere, have we? 90s?
No,
190s? Someone says revenge put you on tilt. Tilt is a real thing, man. I've been on it. I can still struggle with it too.
Yeah.
Especially being in front of thousands of people. Just like, oh.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Dang it. Well.
Song's coming to an end, or you got it on repeat?
It's halfway over. It's halfway over, and we didn't really get anywhere.
No, we didn't. We are seeing the volume start to build just a little bit, We got 3 3-minute candles above the volume average. So someone's trying, but what happens if you sell something and it doesn't go lower? You got to buy it back. So that is what I'm watching out for. If these sellers fail here, and they're trying, if they fail, I'm just hitting the break even button and we're gonna get out of this trade.
Where's your
entry? Take a loss at this point. 41.31, 41.39.10.
Okay, say that again.
41.39.20 actually. 41.39.20.
41.
93.
93. Okay.
41.93.
41.93. We got like 20 seconds left of the song, and then it's over.
Honestly, my stop could probably go 41.95 at this point. We're gonna hit the break even button. Giving this trade enough time. Not really seeing what I want, so you're either gonna stop me out for break even, or we're just gonna go. Because at this point, I do not want this to come back up, and definitely not turn into a loser. At this point, I sat through the heat. If we're not gonna go now, I'm not gonna sit through that heat again.
I mean, we keep holding the 90s.
We're done with the 90s.
We're done with the 90s. with authority.
Right. All right. There we go. Come on now. Did I just make some spicy ribeye money? I definitely did.
You're looking for 70s?
I'm looking for 70s. That could be a couple of spicy ribeyes, but let's see. Yeah, I still like this trade on a higher time frame. Looking at the 30-minute chart, it's just.
What time frame? The 30-minute. So you like?
Yeah, looking at the 30-minute, I do still like this short. This rejection at 4,200s, no volume above 4,200. Starting to see volume pick up just a little bit to the downside. Just gotta go.
It's like there's no momentum.
Right. I almost, yeah, like I think we trade 41.75s before we trade 4,200s again, to be honest. And maybe that means my stop should go above that.
Why are you so why the conviction on this?
No volume above 4,200s. So let me show you an example of a trade that played out and kind of what I'm looking at, right? So in the NASDAQ today, we were doing the opening call and we talked about major levels, right? Whole number levels. In this case, we had VWAP in the NASDAQ. So look at this level, right? 25,800, right? Why am I looking at 25,800? Big fat round number. Everybody who's trading the NASDAQ knows when we trade at that level. When we traded up to 25,800, price traded above, but volume didn't go, right? So it starts to get thin up here, right? And then what happens if you buy something and price doesn't go higher, then you sell it, right? That comes back to VWAP. Do we know that we get this full move down? No, we don't. But there is all of this room that we had buyers in, and now when we get that aggressive selling to come in, it brings us back down. Now in gold, if we look at gold here, right? I'm kind of looking at, so we started the session at 4,200s. So what I'm looking at is, again, VWAP price traded above 4,200. VWAP was never above 4,200, right? So price traded above, but volume didn't. So, and now what I'm looking at is where do we have the potential to come back to? If there were buyers all day yesterday or today's price action, if there were buyers in this that are looking for price above 4,200 and they don't get it, then we may come back to 41.65, and that's my target there.
Okay.
So it's just a hypothesis. We'll see if it plays out, but that's the trade idea. And honestly, I think it works. It's just we got the we got the spike of volume that we expect from the Asia session. Now I'm thinking, when is it when's the high likelihood of volume to come back in? Maybe during the London session, but more likely during the US session. So
it's a matter of like when it's going to play out, right?
timing and location. Yep.
Timing and location. That's something I've been struggling with a lot lately, Jay.
Right. And I think I have the location right, but this is not a trade where I'm just like, oh yeah, this is like definite. I'm going to put on, a full allocation just because we're not seeing the flow.
What would make you put on full allocation? Like, you have the conviction.
If the market had the conviction, right? So yeah, I'm out. I'm flat there. So let me find an example of. Okay, so let's look at crude oil last night. This is the first half hour in crude last night.
Okay.
You see the difference in VWAP here, where it left this range and like it convincingly left this range once price left the range.
Yes.
And then that was the trade. That was the trend for the rest of the day in crude. So if gold looked like this, then I'd probably be in a bigger position. Because
and that's why you
this
took
is
it with smaller size.
Exactly.
Would you get back in this trade then? Because like you got out.
Yep.
Would you get back in this? And what would get you back in?
So for me to get back in, we have to reject 4205s. Right, because now this is starting to look like a range. So for me to get back in, rejecting up at 50% of this candle here, 4205s, I'd get back in. My stop then still goes above that high.
Okay. Makes sense to me.
But yeah, see, just no follow through.
Yeah, good cut right there.
Thanks,
good
man.
cut, man.
And it's still kind of valid, but it just that's a lot of. Maybe I just put on the trade and don't look at it, but we're here and looking at this trade. So
okay, perfect. Well, fair enough. Let's go through. Yeah, I'm looking at. I'm trying to see if there's. Cause I see what you do, but I don't see an opportunity to get in short just yet. And maybe it's like you said, we got down to those 190s and we just held it. We tried. We poked below it for like $1, 188s, and we bounced right back up. We bounced right back up. So I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna go through these hashtag slow markets. Jay, let me know if you see anything else on your end. But we got some good ones. Yep. My charts. All right, there we go.
yes, please.
Mimi says, I just requested a 5K payout. Love you guys at Topsteps. Hashtag slow markets. Let's go through a couple more of them here. Let's see. Man, we get so many anymore. There's tons of these requests. Oop. Edris.
CFT says,
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was saying CFT in the chat saying, y'all might see my name on the leaderboard tomorrow. CFT, what trade are you in right now? I know you're short something. CFT live funded trader with Topstep. Maybe short the NASDAQ right now. What do you got here, Dakota? Some more.
All right, yeah, Edris says, Coach DBA, slow markets, love my gold. Nice. Up $1,600 in that XFA. Nice work. Make sure man, that's a nice thing. Love seeing that one. Go through a couple more of them. Liking through this as we get through. 5K. It's such a good feeling to get your payout. To get a payout here. Put in all that. We all put in all that hard work. Work, and then finally get to that payout. Can I share my executions too? Anybody watching me trade?
Share them.
That's what we're here for.
And you never know who's watching.
You
Never know. I've seen you. You posted it. You popped into somebody's stream. They're like, "Oh wow, Coach Dakota's here." All right, it's cool. So if you guys want to start streaming your trades or whatever, do it.
Yeah, I love it. I love supporting the community. Like you stream. You just. I love the trading community. I mean, with any community, you're gonna have good and bad actors, and I will always support traders. I will always support traders, those that support others, and doing it the right way. I know there's a right way and a wrong way. Who's to judge what's right, what's wrong? But doing it with transparency, in my opinion, is the right way. Anybody who's not transparent and is misrepresenting themselves is what I dislike. And so transparency is very important for me. And if you stream, I love it. I'll support you 100%. Just keep up with the transparency and be honest. $1,400 by Kenneth. $1,400 in pre-market. Locked out. Slow markets. Green on the screen. Green on the screen. And of course, SJR trades. SJR trades. One of the always on here. Always on here. Green on the screen as well. Man, traders are just killing it. And here I am in the red. Traders are doing so well, and I'm struggling over there in the red.
It's one data point.
One data point. One data point. One day.
Red Candles Print says, being a volume trader, and I saw this comment. Sure, I'll defend us as volume traders. The very polarizing figure in trading, ICT, said volume doesn't work. You only need one contract to be shown for the market to move. Is this true? Yeah, it's absolutely true. If you are trading a live market, you have the ability to move markets. And every time I say that, somebody's like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You can't move markets. You can. Now, the extent that you can move that market depends on how much you can trade, right? So if I could trade a 5,000 lot in the NASDAQ, I can move it as far as I want to, or as far as the market's going to allow. If I can trade a 5 lot, I can move it, based on the liquidity in that market. So, does volume work? Does it not work? Regardless of what strategy you trade, if you place a trade in a live market, whether you're using ICT strategies, moving averages, moon cycles, if you're placing a live trade, you are contributing to moving the market. It's actually our job as speculators to provide liquidity to move the market. So does it work? Does it not work? Nothing works. But everything works if you manage your risk.
It takes two to make a market. It takes two to make a market. And I know Hogue, to be honest, I'm going to say this with some confidence. Anybody that I've talked to who has made a market, who's worked on the floor, who's worked at the exchange, they believe in volume. I mean, we were at the New York Stock Exchange just the following month, right?
Yep.
And that's all they were talking about. What's MOC, market on order? What's all these market orders coming through? What's all the volume? Where's the volume?
I got billions of dollars.
Right? Yeah. You got 500 orders on one side of the market, and you got 5 orders on the other. What do you think is going to affect, right? I don't trade volume. I trade technicals, but volume orders move markets, right? That's the reality of what we trading in. It's an interesting thing. Everyone's gonna, people will debate anything, man. Anything. Absolutely anything.
It's funny. It literally does not matter what trade strategy you use. And I think, and shout out to Jacob, you probably don't want too many people trading exactly the same way as you, right? Because then your trade gets a little crowded. But if you can't manage risk, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you can't manage an account, it doesn't matter, right? Use whatever you want, say whatever, defend whatever strategy you want until you're blue in the face. But if you can't manage your risk trading that strategy, nothing works.
Exactly. Managing risk. We all struggle sometimes with it, and it's just being able to continue to get better.
Yeah. Red Candles Print says, so why is he saying that? Does he think only his way works? Maybe. And maybe that's just conviction in your strategy, which we all need to have as traders. I'll be honest. When somebody says something doesn't work that I use, thumbs up. Doesn't need to work for you. Only needs to work for me.
Yeah. That's all that matters, right? Does it work for you and you say it sucks? Okay. Fair enough. It works for me. Gold is just just these 90s, 4190s. That's what it's hanging out at?
Yes, it is.
We're going to keep going through some of these hashtags, slow markets. Let me know if you see anything on your end. You got your charts open and up.
Yeah, we are. So there was a good question in the chat from who said that? Futures Noah. So why was I framing out this candle in gold when there was a higher volume one? It's a good point. The candle I had framed out was the open, but then we have the Asia session open, right? That Shanghai open, which is this one. And it kind of gives us the exact same prices, which is really telling me that this market is not going anywhere right now. And it could still sell off. I do like that we're rejecting right at 50% of this candle. Right? That was the highest volume 30-minute candle. But gold is very comfortable trading here, which maybe I welcome, because if we're still trading here during the New York session open, that means we get a nice trading day in gold. Potentially. NASDAQ hasn't really went anywhere. We got that nice pump, and then just kind of went sideways. We have the U.S. looking to sign the bill, send over to the president, right? Everyone's IC is like 9:45. Are they referring to Eastern time? Let's see if we can get that. Pull that up. Let's see.
Chat gets it before I do. Let's look at this. Yeah, 9:45 p.m. Eastern time.
Where are you saying that?
So it says the bill now heads to the desk of President Donald Trump to be signed into law. The White House has scheduled a bill signing in the Oval Office at 9:45 p.m. and it passed 222 to 209.
Nice.
All right.
See if they have anything on the White House YouTube, which we won't be able to bring in here, but we can tell you if it's happening.
Yeah, because it's happening right now.
Nothing live yet. On Financial Juice, they did have on the calendar that he was at a dinner, so maybe he's still shaking some hands at the dinner before he goes and signs the bill. But it feels like that's what the market's waiting for right now, right? I'm scanning. We took a couple opportunities, took a couple trades, but this is pretty consolidated here, so
yeah,
okay to be patient. Dakota, when you do, you take a couple trades tonight, some winners, some losers. Do you start to frame out what the morning looks like, or do you just completely say, you know what, hit the Men in Black pen, I'm going to erase what happened and just see where the markets are tomorrow morning?
Men in Black pen, man. Short-term memory. And that's what we have to have as traders. Short-term memory is the best way to go. Now, it doesn't mean you don't forget about it and you don't learn from them. I think it's very important for us to journal as traders. If you go on tilt, if you struggle, if you do this, if you do that, you learn from it. And that's very important, to learn from your mistakes. But if you're going to let that affect your next trade, that's where that short-term memory needs to come in. Like memory like a goldfish, right? It's like, oh man, that trade, forget about it. I'm not going to let that affect my very next trade, right? As long as you're still following your process, and that allows you to follow your very next trade in like the correct process, without it letting it affect you, right? And then once you're done trading for the day, then you could go back and review, or if you are going to let it affect you, just lock out and be done. Just say, hey, I'm not seeing things correctly. I need to be done trading. So take a break. But then the next day, yeah, you just forget about it. You know what? No pressure. I'm not going to be pissed off and let my trading from yesterday affect what I'm going to do today. Same with athletes, right? Professional athletes are the same way, where you just get into a rut and you just can't get out of it. Where you had like a bad game, and then one game turns into 2 games, then 2 turns into 3. And it's just like, man, just let it go. Let it go. You choked. That's happens.
TGS, I'm thinking the same thing, saying gold looks like a better short now than it did before. It's still holding this view up, which is starting to tick lower. I also see some questions in the chat. How am I getting this box around? I'm just using the fib tool. If you don't see me clicking anything, it's because Alt F is the hotkey for the fib tool. And I just have mine set to 0.5, 0.5, and 1. You can use a rectangle. It's the same thing. I'm not a fib trader, so I just took out all the other levels. I'm just looking for 50%. And then what I'm anchoring it to is usually a session open or high volume. So in this case, we have it anchored here because this is the highest volume of the day. And what I'm looking at is when we establish that range, does volume stay in the range, which we're seeing right now, which means no direction, or does volume leave the range, which it kind of did earlier today. But yeah, just using the fib tool.
Use the fib tool. Yeah, that gold short's looking tempting, man. I look at it and I'm like, do I trade it? So,
yeah, I'm feeling the same way.
Something, the harder it is to just not trade.
So what I'm looking 41.8790. That is, there's a big seller that came in. Somebody sold like 160 contracts there, and we keep bouncing off that price. So I think it's going to go. Maybe I was a little impatient, but I'm okay. Not thinking about this trade. There will be better trades tomorrow. I just gonna hold on to that. And if there's not, there'll be better trades on Friday.
And if there's not, Monday, Tuesday,
Monday. And if there's not, we got bigger problems.
Next week's gonna be crazy. Tomorrow is Thursday. Man, this week is just going by. We have the U.S. opening up. Sounds like Trump, the president, is looking to sign the passed bill. We have, what else do we have going on? We have a lot of Fed speakers tomorrow. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Any last thoughts before we finish it up here, Coach J?
Trade well, manage your risk. Try not to force the market to do something. Every time I've ever done that, it's failed. So try not to force the market to do anything. And give us a review on Trustpilot. If you can do that. If you like what we're doing here, not just at TopstepTV, because we, of course, know you like what we're doing here on Slow Markets, right? Everyone's hit that thumbs up button. You've done that already, right? I'm looking at you. You've hit the like button already, right?
I did.
451 likes. That can't be real. Let's get those likes up. But if you want to do us a favor, leave us a review on Trustpilot. If you like what we're doing here, not just Topstep TV, but Topstep in general, the program, the platform, anything like that, leave us a review. Trust that somebody does read every single one of them. So if you have something to say, leave it in that review. That's about it. Trade well, manage your risk. I will see you all for the opening call tomorrow. Oakla Torch says, don't forget, I am pretty. If no one told you that you're pretty today, you are. Dakota, that's it, man. That's all I got.
Yeah, that last that threw off my mindset. You gotta read the.
You hadn't heard somebody else hear from me. Pretty on the inside too, all of you in the chat. Let me get that link for Trustpilot and let's get the hell out of here.
Pretty on the inside, inside and out. All right, we're all in our own unique way on that aspect. Face only a mom could love.
Right.
Oh man, what a day! We seen all that volatility, and then it just kind of died as soon as we started getting into these trades. So
yeah, I think as soon as we hit pen to paper, we'll see the volatility pick up again. So maybe you stick around and wait. Slow markets is ending now, but we may see some volatility. For me, I'm gonna lock it up and come back for the opening call.
Come back for the opening call, bright and early tomorrow morning. If not, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I have Baron with me. I was talking to Braden. Have to get him on here. We could do a three-man weave. Me, you, and Braden trading up these markets.
That'd be awesome.
That would be interesting.
Let's do it.
That would be interesting. Three charts, three traders, and hopefully some volatile markets. Let's just say that.
So hopefully so.
Okay.
Did we go over the schedule? I think we did.
Yeah. Yep. And I think that's it, man. I think that's it. It's kind of just
slow markets.
I was pumped, man. I was pumped. This is like short.
I'm not gonna lie, I was too.
Short song didn't work, and now I feel like we're just dragging this out.
just waiting for something to happen. It's like, oh wait, there it is.
Something happen, and it's
Extend
not.
the stream. Go another half an hour.
When's the Top Step
We're
pickup
not
game?
leaving.
I don't know, Jay. I'd play you one-on-one again. I lost. I lost to Jay playing one-on-one basketball.
You did. You beat me in horse. And then we played on the same team, and I can't remember how that went, but we'll just say we won.
No, we lost. We lost them all.
Damn.
We lost them all.
Yes, we did.
And they were all a foot about taller than us too.
Yeah.
They were. We were
playing against some giants.
We played some NBA players. It felt like.
All right. So real quick, actually, we were talking about this flagging pattern. Is this breaking out of that flag now? I'm looking at a 15-minute chart.
On the NASDAQ?
Yeah. Right, we had this little Dorito.
So far, it's testing. It's almost down to settlement, huh?
Yeah.
That was resistance over there to your left, right at the close, where we opened up. That was resistance.
Darnell saying, this is where you long. Yeah, this resistance up here, right?
Yeah. So the question is, will that resistance be support?
Become support, right?
It's hard. It's difficult. I mean, yeah. Right now, there's 10 points. There's 10 points. I say it, and the market jumps.
So I did say I like these 55s earlier, and that's where we got down to. Are we gonna extend the stream another? No.
No. We could just end it here. End it here. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow night. You, Jay, take care, and I will see you as well.
Later, guys.
Later.